Well, let's do more on this by speaking to Ghana's ambassador to Burkina Faso, Boniface Gambela, who's joining us via Zoom here. I'm grateful to you for joining. The former president says the relationship between Ghana and Burkina has been marred because of what the president said. You are on ground. Is this factual?
It's not factual. If the relationship had been marred, I would have been packing out. If the relationship had been marred, my embassy officers would have packed back to Ghana. We are very cordial. We work together. I wonder if the former president is putting his knowledge and skills into play. And what he's doing is like trying to incite Burkina against Ghana. That is what he's doing, which is very bad. Why do you, a former president, you are telling us that your colleague opened his mouth wide. When President Nanado went to the US meeting, it was clear. Later, at the end, the intent of his message was what was important. And the intent of the message at that time was to mobilize resources for the people, the government of and people of Burkina to fight terrorism effectively. And I can tell you, the contributions from President Addo and the Accra Initiative has pushed this government forward in their fight against terrorism, irrespective of any other help they are getting. When that happened, an undersecretary of the United States had to pay a visit here at the same time that he is saying that the president opened his mouth wide. The undersecretary came and he personally cornered me and asked me about our relations with Burkina. And I told him, and he said he wanted to know how I did it. And he was so excited. He went back to America very happy that Ghana and Burkina were very peaceful. We went to the extent to explain that we are relatives, we are brothers and sisters because of our artificial borderlines. We are brothers and sisters. If our relationship is mad.
But if there was nothing, if our relationship, was not sort of wobbling, will the undersecretary then ask you what is the status of our relationship?
Yeah, that is what the former president is saying, that the president went to America and opened his mouth wide. And yes, there were questions about that. And so when he followed up to Burkina, he needed to know how it was done. It was because of that he came. So it isn't that there was no problem and he came. He came and tried to find out how that problem was resolved. But to say again, if our relationship is mad, Burkina will not be in Ghana now doing training with our Ghana police. If our relationship is mad, this time we have our STC bus fully incorporated operating in Burkina Faso. The bus used to move with one trip. Today, the bus moves 2 trips because Burkina Faso love Ghana and they know Ghana is peaceful and they know Ghana is a brother and sister. They are all converging in Accra, Ghana, and coming back. If the relationship is mad, we will not be doing certain things with them together, which I would not say on media. We are working together as brothers and sisters, not even just as diplomats. So for a former president to go out there, if he's doing his campaign, he should just do his campaign and show his competence and abilities. But he should not tread into cross-border issues. Ghana Border Commission, Burkina Border Commission, I was in Bulgaria with them for over a week at Akayet, doing border work. They are going to meet again this month in Jirapa. Ghana Border Commission, Burkina Border Commission. They've been meeting every day. Ask General Kotia, who is in Accra there. He will tell you all the good things he has come to see here. When General Kotia came to hold meetings with his counterparts here in border commission work, he was amazed that the relationship people think is mad is so excellent here. So it's a difficult situation I don't want to attack the former president so much. You think I'm doing politics. But these are the real facts. As I'm talking to you, Burkina's top security, top police, they are in Accra with Ghana police, exchanging knowledge, learning. The Burkina government had to do a certain training program for its police. They went around African countries. It's Ghana they chose. And today they are in Ghana learning. You see? And our security services, they link together. They work very well. That is why Ghana, we are sleeping very peacefully. If the president and the two presidents were not talking, like by now, there will be the kind of fire he's thinking of. You know, so the kind of divisive language, the former president goes to Baku to talk, to incite people to attack each other, trying to divide even Ghanaians among themselves. He is now extending it to at international level. That is not good.
But that's a serious allegation there, that the former president goes into Baku to divide the people there. We know how volatile the place is.
We don't do what?
I said, what you said there was a serious allegation, because we know how volatile the place is, that the former president, a former leader of this country, goes to Baku to divide the people, to act divisively. That's a serious allegation.
But you don't follow his campaign trail? Last week or some few days ago, I've not seen it on the media. He goes to Baku and says he will divide a region, he will divide this. Instead of telling them, take time, talk peace. He's talking, you know what is happening in Baku. So he goes to Baku and he says, this place is big, this place is small, he will divide them. You know, all this they are not allegations. They are things we hear from his voice. So just do your research a bit. So by coming up as a former president and a current statesman, you don't come and say relationship between Ghana and Burkina is mad because the president went to America and opened his mouth wide. How can a former president speak like that? Well, we are working together here. We didn't pack out to say that the people were angry. Yes, first, when they heard the news, they expressed their dissatisfaction without finding out. But when they called me to the Foreign Affairs, Foreign Ministry, and later the president of this country called me and we conversed. He invited my president came. They even spoke different, some things more away from those things that he's talking about. Okay. The President Nanado and President Traore spoke of how to collaborate and fight terrorism up here. Spoke of how Ghana security and Burkina security can cooperate. Spoke about what kind of support to be given to each side. You know, how we should strengthen our borders. And that led to the Ghana Border Commission and the Burkina Border Commission working 24 hours, 367.
Okay, all right.
And like I've said, Burkinabés come to Ghana a lot, both official and unofficial.
Okay.
They sent us a new competent ambassador. We have an ambassador of Burkina Faso in Accra there. He was appointed after. Okay.
I get it. But I mean, I still find it difficult to understand that if the former president says, I'll divide this place, you see that as divisive. This government has created regions from existing regions.
My brother,
that wasn't divisive.
My brother, we are human beings and we are Ghanaians. Okay. And I'm a psychologist and a psychometrician. The intent of a message is different from the raw message. In communication, the intent of a message it's determined by the audience, not by you, the communicator. Okay. And so you know what is happening in Baku. So he should go and preach peace in Baku. But when you go to Baku today and you begin to talk of, we'll divide you, we are big, you are this, you are that. Look, we are Ghanaians and we are human beings. Let's face those facts. And psychologically, you know what his intent was different from the message.
Okay. All right.
And I'm an audience. I listen to it.
Okay. I get it.
The onus of understanding of a message lies with the communicator. But the determination, the understanding of the message lies with the audience.
Okay. All right. Let me bring in Dr. Victor Doke. He is a security analyst with the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center. Dr. Doke, you've done extensive research on security in that area. Is that a statement of fact coming from John Mahama?
Good day. If I got it correctly, you were asking if the statement was in the right direction from the former president, right?
Was a statement of fact that indeed, I mean, Ambassador has explained that our situation, that our relationship has not been mad. But from where you sit, is John Mahama factual on that?
Well, thank you very much. Let's look at the personality speaking, the former president, who was once the commander of the Ghana Armed Forces. Therefore, he has, extensive insight when it comes to security issues. He'll be briefed, and even as of his status as ex-president, I'm sure he has some sort of briefing when it comes to security matters. Now, with regards to his actual statement he made, we know this diplomatic, I don't know what to say without to use cafe or unfortunate incident happened some months past, and steps were taken, and now we are on a path of reconciliation. But I think what the former president said is based on either him having knowledge of a renewed, relationship that is being marked based on some agreement that has been
but Dr. Doke, you heard the ambassador there say that as we speak, top police officers of Burkina are here in Ghana, partnering with the Ghana Police Service on policing. I mean, does that smell of any mad relationship?
No, it doesn't. Now, apparently, it's not only the police. Now, you can talk about the Accra Initiative, right? Which the ex-president mentioned. It is a collaborative effort between 7 or so countries to counter terrorism. And it's not only in the policing aspect, the military aspect, also in the intelligence sphere are all collaborating when it comes to the Accra Initiative. So you cannot say because they are here, there's some sort of problem with them. I think for the fact that we know they are here, gaining knowledge, building their capacity with our security forces, it's a good direction. And it helps the Accra Initiative by and large. And also to enforce or to strengthen our, security apparatus with regards to the border security when it comes to the inflow of refugees, asylum seekers. We are having immigrants that are coming in through illegal routes. Those areas all need to be enforced by putting personnel who understand the dynamics of what we are fighting against.
Yeah, but I mean, the focus is on the relationship. Is it mad? I mean, if you look at all that is happening around us, that we are doing a partnership in policing, the ambassador says they even have a new ambassador in Accra here. Does it really point to the fact that our situation is on a rocky ground at the moment?
No, the facts that you've stated, they have an ambassador here. We are collaborating with regards to the security front. In my analysis with regards to this, then I think the relationship is okay. So then what must be done to ensure or safeguard our relationship? We have to just ensure that certain comments do not come out from our political figures or heads that would mar that relationship that has been restored.
Okay. All right, so that is the caution that you give them. I'm grateful to you, Dr. Doke, and to you, Ambassador, also for joining us here. Boniface Gambila joining us all the way from Burkina Faso. This is The Pulse. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more. Please do stay.